Okay, today we're playing a game on VoD. The average SR of this game was 2,215, and we will be playing mostly Winston with a little bit of Orisa right at the end. And our current team composition is Winston, D.Va, Reaper, Hanzo, Zenyatta, and Mercy. So I don't really have an issue with the team. If they have a Pharah, we'll be pretty upset about that one. Fairly rare, I find, for the defending team to pick Pharah. Usually only really see her on offense. In my experience, anyway. So we're just gonna start the game. So we are attacking first on VoD, and I'll spoil the surprise right now, it doesn't exactly go very well, that's why we don't play very much Orisa in this game. So the enemy team standing rather aggressively forward right now, outside of the choke point. And, wouldn't really recommend approaching them from that way, because... I'm not saying this is the correct play for him to make, but I'd expect that Reinhardt to try and pin you through this doorway. Because you have to come out, you take up the whole hallway, so it's not very likely he's gonna miss you. So, I'm not saying that's the correct play for him to make, but that's what I'd expect him to do all the same. So the other thing is that we are approaching their whole team out of the smallest possible doorway we could. Because we have to funnel out of this tiny little doorway in front of a Symmetra, and a Junkrat, and a Reinhardt, and that's probably not going to go too very well if they actually, notice you coming, which it seems like they don't actually notice you for quite a while. But if we just go, up the street, we can just, jump over them, and then, land on the... Because what I always do on VoD, basically, is land on top of the bridge, and, tase off all the turrets that are on the other side of the bridge, because there's always a few of them. And we'd be able to reach these ones as well from up there. Or just, jump over the bridge, look down very quickly, tase them as you fly by. Instead, we come out and we... very slow, methodical, just, walk out in front of them, tase them, and then they actually just fall backwards, which is surprising, really, because, I think they kind of were surprised you appeared, because it didn't seem like they noticed, but... So now we have jumped into the middle of the enemy team with our bubble down because we placed it just in the middle of the hallway earlier. I don't know why I went back, thinking that I'd suddenly see it. No. So we jump into them, and, their team isn't very good at killing us, so we do actually manage to get away. But generally, jumping into the enemy team, ill-advised, especially while your bubble is down. So both of our supports are currently dead right now. Mercy just got killed in the doorway, and then Zenyatta died somehow. So we have to wait for our team to actually regroup again. D.Va just lost her mech, so we're the only tank right now. We wanted to jump on the soldier for that, but unfortunately we weren't really healthy enough to do so, and by the time we can jump on him, his team's already here. Hanzo has thrown his skill in here and managed to kill their Symmetra, which is good news. However... we are just tasing this Reinhardt the entire time, and we don't want to be doing that because it's not exactly a good use of your time as Winston, seeing as generally we want to avoid the enemy team's tanks as much as possible since they're the ones who are worst at fighting. But we get rezzed after dying anyway. Reinhardt charged out of the gate and had skill thrown at him as well, so he's dead now, and we have found their Ana. So, also just killed Junkrat and the Tire with Dragon Strike, which is a rather unusual thing to see in the kill feed, actually. So we have gotten in here. The unfortunate thing is the enemy team actually already has a teleporter built, so they're actually going to reinforce very quickly. We did manage to run down their Mercy, but our Mercy's also just been run down, and the enemy team has started reinforcing out of the teleporter. So if we go back quite a way... Now, we're chasing this Mercy down, but here's the thing. Somebody has to go and break the teleporter. And basically, we're the only one in a position to do so right now, so we should go and at least find where the teleporter is. Because it doesn't matter if you kill the Mercy, the enemy team is going to recollect very quickly. And then, well, we're just going to be sad anyway, and that's exactly what happens. Also, we should, actually make sure that soldier dies, because he's quite low HP, but he's running towards a health kit, and, we are playing Winston, we are meant to, try and kill that dude. So it looks like Reaper tried to find the teleporter, and it didn't go too terribly well for him. We've got our ultimate, but our healers were dead, and so was like half our team, so we just back out instead. Their Mercy used res on Soldier. Hard to think that that's the correct play, considering we know they have a teleporter right now, but whatever, she decided to use it. Her choice and all that. Our Mercy's dead again, so our Mercy's not exactly doing a good job of avoiding getting picked off. Granted, the Soldier one might not have entirely been her fault, but before that, you know. So, we just use our ultimate, and, thing is, we're just sort of getting killed, because our team doesn't appear to actually be up here with us right now. Don't exactly know why they're hesitant to follow us in here, but, we are indeed in here just swinging at their team by ourselves, and now our team is starting to collect. I can only basically they must have just, like, not caught up quickly enough, because there was nothing really back there to deter them. They do still have their teleporter, but at this point it's used enough charges that it's not really a high priority to break it anymore, especially since, like, when you're playing Winston, it takes you forever to destroy a teleporter, man. Just sit there with your screwdriver, like, yeah, I'm gonna... God damn, this teleporter's gonna be gone one day. So, enemy team standing out here again, up on here. We have dropped our bubble off of the bridge, which is rather unfortunate, and we indeed do just get shot up here. Then we jump off. Oh god, there's a microwave. There's always gonna be a microwave there, so before you jump off the bridge, just, like, give it a tase over the corner. Just, like, hold it over one arm, and try not to use your bubble too soon, because we left it behind, and then it just kind of fell off the bridge, and we couldn't actually use it to fight Soldier. Not that using it on the bridge is the easiest thing in the world to do. So Hanzo used his ultimate, so we jumped in, but, unfortunately, were we at full HP when we jumped in, or did we take damage as we jumped? Yeah, we were getting shot as we jumped in, and then Soldier just shot us on the other side of the bridge. We do need to try and get the Soldier off the bridge, so that should be a higher priority, rather than... Probably maybe just overshot the bridge, I don't know. So here's Soldier tack visoring behind us, because he just jumped down there and started doing that. Tasing their Ana and their Junkrat. Got the Ana in the end. Oh god, here's Symmetra. Oh, just barely didn't have enough ult to didn't quite build up enough ult charge to actually Primal Rage. And Mercy swung in to try and save us, so Mercy also gets to be microwaved to death. Ana was probably going to get microwaved to death, but she just got shot to death instead, which, I mean, is a less terrible way to die than, you know, radiation, but, still not exactly fantastic. So, 2 of our team died just now, which is terrible, of course, because we have to go in there and fight right now, and they've just died, so... at least we've been nano-boosted as we're going in. Oh god, gotta come and stand over here. Ana just, like, didn't notice us, it looks like, which is very funny. So, when you're gonna get nano-boosted as Winston, I advise trying to stay out of Primal Rage as long as possible, because your Tesla cannon actually does damage when you're when you're nano-boosted, and it's longer range and easier to kill people with than your fists, generally. Like this Ana, because we can't come off the point to actually kill her, but if we could just microwave her, well, then she'd probably be dead. So, we're fucked right now. This will come as no great surprise. We had to come in here with not a full team, and then didn't go very well as a result, also. So, there's, like, a lot of issues that went into that one. Our Mercy just, like, constantly being dead was not exactly fantastic. The second death of the Soldier, probably not her fault, given where the Soldier was standing at the time, but, just sort of did not do a very good job of not getting picked off, really. So, we're playing Orisa now, and, our team's standing real far up, not where we want them to be standing at all. As you can see, we have a Torbjorn, because, I mean, why wouldn't we? We should block that, because we don't want him to charge all the way in, and we can just use Fortify and walk in his path, and if we do that, this dude doesn't die. If you have any way at all to stop Reinhardt charging, you want to try and do that. So, I mean, there's always the possibility he just pins someone against you, but, I mean, if he pins them against you, they were going to die regardless if you just try and block him with Fortify. It's a lower chance, percentage-wise, of him killing someone, and to no one's surprise, we do not get back to the checkpoint in time. And we lose the game. So who got the play of the game out of that one? It might be Hanzo, because he got the 2 skill shots, and then he threw his ultimate at Junkrat. Let's just skip forward a little bit. Now it's Symmetra. This also makes sense. Yes, of course. Here she comes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, she had to reload. That's the only reason she didn't get microwaved to death. Damn. So, very short game. Which is, I mean, we've watched 2 very long games the last couple of days, so this balances it out a little bit, I would suppose. So, things that stand out the most, I mean, I wouldn't say it was one huge thing. Probably, like, target prioritization, if you were to boil it down, but, oh, look at that, Garbage Man, just noticed, and he won. How sad is that? That guy's named Anivia, but he wasn't playing Mei. League of Legends humor. So, damn, match time was 5 minutes and 1 second. Got very sidetracked right there, you might have noticed. So, basically, like, target prioritization was, like, the big thing. The unfortunate thing is that, like, we were in a position where we wanted to go and break the teleporter, but we weren't going to break the teleporter quickly because we're playing Winston. He's not very good at breaking a teleporter quickly. We don't really initiate the fights that well, either, because we do just sort of jump into them at the one point while our shield is still down. We probably missed the bridge at that one point, but then jumped on the soldier, left the bubble behind, just jumped over the bridge, oh fuck, it's the microwave, and then we got killed. Be more careful when jumping into people, basically, is, the biggest overarching thing I can think of. Which is, generally how it goes with Winston videos. The most consistent issue people usually have is, went in too aggressively, didn't have bubble, weren't healthy enough, jumped into 6 people, got blown up, that kind of thing. So, there wasn't a question, right? There's usually a question with your videos. Nope, that's for the next video. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. And I hope you found the video helpful, even though it was pretty short. For once.